Town hall. Regis, it's 4 o'clock. We're leaving. Regis, darling, don't forget to turn off the lights, okay? Yes, I will. Thank you, handsome. Oh, who is that? I think I know you. You were with Maureen last time she visited. Boo! Maureen! Huh? What? Do you want to write something? Are you sure you can? Suzuki! Huh? 4 o'clock. By Kalu, it's already time to leave. I was gonna seal Maureen's list. If you want to write something, this is your last chance. Yes, Suzuki. Seems legit. Here you go. Hurry up, because I have to close the office by now. No news from Pew Pew. What is he doing? Not coming back, at least. Time's up. You think he's written Suzuki's name? I hope it from the bottom of my heart. He can't have failed. He can't. Pew Pew is not an idiot. You have to trust him. I agree with the second, but I really hope your first statement is true. What if he did not write anything? Well, I can't see him in this tight passage anymore. Oh. And now they've just turned off the lights. Really? It's 3:05 now. Sorry, 4:05. What do we do now? Why isn't he back? Pew Pew is lost! Something must have gone wrong! Maybe he could outwrite the name properly. I can't wait any longer down here. I have to know! Let's leave the sewers. If Miss Rock closed the doors on purpose to avoid having us register the last name, they must have reopened them by now. Quick! Hey, you! Can I see my list? Your list? I sent it to the sage already. Maybe you mean to see the copy instead? He put it! He put it! He put it! He put it! We're going to the showdown! Yes! Yes, he did it! He did it! He added Suzuki! Ooh. You're the best!
Look who's here. So, how does it feel to end up stuck with just 12 names? You just realized you're going to have to give up because you couldn't come up with 13 names and you became hysterical.
We're not giving up.
What?
I have my 13 warriors. I'm entering the showdown.
Oh, right. And who's the 13th warrior? Mr. Thin Hair? Mr. Too Late? Mr. Hopeless, maybe?
He's here.
Oh, hi. Show me that! Suzuki. What's Suzuki? It's a lie! You've invented that name, you dirty brat! Hey, youngster, don't you dare insult me or this girl! I was already Suzuki when you were still crawling in your diapers! Barely legal. Oh, I see. You're willing to do anything to enter that competition, even adding members that make no sense. Makes me wonder if this sage should not have set a maximum age limit too. Well, fine. Very fine. It won't make any difference. You'll be punished for the offenses you've been committing. You'll be punished because you'll never win with warriors of that caliber. Mark my words. I will see you suffer. And make sure my troops mark you with pain, shame, ridicule, and humiliation for the Lord Borgin. Is that true? Is that true? What? Mistral has been locked since our departure and reopened just a few minutes ago. And that was your doing, Borgin! Well, my lord, well, surely later, Borgin. Marine, in 7 days, be ready. My followers and myself shall have no mercy.
I'll be ready. I'm going to win. Intolerance, injustice, and prejudice will never occur again in the lands of mist. I'm going to win because hatred will never prevail over love and passion. Lord Dragon, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anyone.
We'll see each other again in 7 days. Borgin, I don't want anything attempted against them. You better mark my words this time. I will. Sorry, my lord. Leave Mistrock for now, Marine. The sage will approve your list if you put the 13 warriors' names. You can go rest and train. You need to be back in Mistrock at 6 in the morning on the 31st of this month. The showdown will take place then. Remember it. Train hard.
Hooray! 13 quest. Wow, I'm really loving doing this.
I counted right. I've been around helping for 12 times already. Quite flattering for me. Boo hears the spirits of ancients. Say him how him great, awesome, and worthy.
Old, but still very capable. Don't you agree?
13 quests completed. No excuses this time. I know everything, Lord Borgin. I can't believe what you did, Borgin! You tried to prevent her from adding the last name on her list! You took advantage while the sage and myself were out of town! Why did you do that? Don't you have any trust in my power? I had, the silly thought she could win. I'm sorry. I have to apologize to my lord for... Think, Lord Borgin. How could a teenage girl win? Why did you have to stoop so low as attempting to cheat? This showdown is a historical and traditional event. It is a genuine part of our civilization. Represents some of our most treasured values. That filthy girl hates you, Lord Draken. You don't seem to realize that. Your kindness and generosity can get the better of you. She has insulted your name repeatedly, the name of Mistrock, and my name, too. I will not let wrath control me. That is not what my father taught me. You have upset me, Borgin. I shouldn't have broken this table. I should have fired you instead. But I won't. I want this case closed and to feel serene again. I am upset, but I will forgive you and shall not allow wrath to control me any further. However, I do think it important that my own crew believes in my ability to rule. My 12 followers and myself are all well-educated martial artists. We have learned from the masters to wield wisdom and power, so we can fulfill our mission and guide this town and its people. My lord is a fantastic warrior, no doubt. I just wanted to ensure my lord would still be ruling next month. I acted with the best of intentions. That girl is just so full of hatred, and hatred is always impossible to predict. Hatred is not an ally, Morgan. If she is guided by hatred, like you believe, she will fail even faster. My father taught me well enough to stay away from it. Not mine. This girl is turning people against you, even people from our town. She's spreading some kind of mad propaganda, spitting on your name. Evil as bad as it gets, I tell you, my lord. You can only be fair to people who deserve it. Do not tell me what to do! Borgin, whatever horrible things this girl did or said, I'm going to blame her young age. I know she lost her mother, and that her father had a bad accident. I also know this quest of hers will teach her a good lesson, which she'll realize when she loses against us. However, this shall happen naturally, and without any more unsavory actions. You heard me. Whatever they did, I refuse for us to act the same. Mistrock shall keep its values. Borgin, I don't want you or anyone else to touch a hair of that girl or her friends. And that is my final word. I see. I shall respect my lord's decision. Thank you. I won't be giving you another chance. In case you hadn't realized, this is a private council. Nobody knows about this except us 5. But what? Shut up for a minute, please. I need to talk to you a bit. Based on our calculations, Mistrock alone amounts to about 20-30% of the population. If we were to let our peasants in, our income would be reduced to 1/3, besides the obvious overpopulation issue. It would be terrible. That alone would be a disaster. But we would all lose our positions as well. And to make it worse, we would lose them to those clowns that horrible creature has found. The question is, shall we allow that or not? I'm not finished. We all know the 13 members of Marine's government now. I looked ahead a bit and tried to rate them. Well, that's easy. Worm, worm, worm. They're not all wormy. Well, to be precise, they're not all equally wormy.
Have you been able to really rate them, Borgin? I'm pretty sure I won't know any of them.
Me neither. I wouldn't know most of them. But I've got spies I've been able to figure out their profiles and what they do officially. Like grow salads? They mustn't do much, right? Unemployment and vandalism are huge in the countryside. It's the darkest, most appalling side of mankind. Well, let's have a closer look. Marine is their official leader, as per their list. I'd never be in a group with a leader like that. Shame on all the others. Shame on you! Marine's a fantastic leader. Me either. I wouldn't do that, but the point is to rate them. Marine is young and, well, very weak. My spies report she's able to cast spells, though. Ugly witch.
The wise sage is not going to authorize any spells at the showdown.
Indeed. It's totally against the tradition. I'd shoot myself if he changed that. I expect all 13 of you to beat Marine. Next is Benoit. Practices a bit of martial arts, something called, Junsekara, if I'm not mistaken. Seems too young to beat any of you, though. They have Corinne next. Very idiotic woman. I've become sort of used to ridiculing her. But regardless, she has a past history of crocodile hunting. I put her in the valuable ones. Just for that, I could be having crocs for breakfast every day. Morgan, I'm a bit at a loss. Could you please define valuable? Yes, sorry. I think she's able to fight, as opposed to, say, Marine, whom I think isn't. I'm not saying any of them is actually able to fight to your standards. Wow, you're really underestimating Marine and Benoit then. Then why are we here? This meeting is boring, and I'm thirsty. I want to decide whether we just leave them alone or try to stop them before it's too late.
You think they can beat us?
No, but I've got a huge promotion coming if Lord Dragon stays in place. And I don't want to take any chances that I'll lose it. You really pissed off Lord Dragon. Are you really sure about their promotion? Rado, he's a monk and seems fit. That's another in the valuable category. Abu, he's Marine's bodyguard, I was told. You may have seen him. Very tall, black guy, hard to miss, very muscular. Obviously, has never heard of the word class.
You know how I deal with those? Small kick and they're out of the ring.
That sucks. Not spectacular. And the crowd wants spectacular. I can do spectacular!
I'm not finished yet. Jezebel, very weak. Should be a lot of fun for all of you to crush her, make her swallow her filthy smile for me anyway. That makes 6. Jack and James are both, mercenaries? Very bad ones. Salome is a random girl that they found. Very bad too. Those cockroaches will go through hell when they fight you. If you're gonna say they're all that bad, we knew that already.
Maybe, but wait, it does get better. Wolfgang, another kind of mercenary, that's the polite wording for unemployed. Can I continue? That's the polite wording for shut up! Wolfgang is quite strong, apparently. That makes 3. Next, Bogdan. He's well known here. Sort of marauder, very agile, quite fit. Been fooling around a lot in the past, but we could never charge him for anything. That makes 4 valuable ones. Very important, she managed to get the bear on her side. The bear had major troubles with Mistrock a long time ago. That's right, he wanted the right for countrymen to settle in town, a bit like Marine's father. Except, the bear was actually an excellent fighter. He didn't like the government's decisions back then. He could never find anyone to follow him, though. The bear is still extremely strong, no doubt. Strong compared to Marine? Merrill, the bear is the only one Lord Dragon has any reason to fear. He is... good. 20 years ago, he went berserk and threw most of Mistrock men in the dust. A freak of nature. No offense, but I don't think any of you here stands a chance. No, Nala. A kick to throw someone out of the ring does not resolve anything. Everything. How could he be that strong? And we just learned about him now. That makes zero sense, Borgen. I knew him. I was working in administration at the time. The guy retired when he realized he couldn't change things alone. The power of one is not much, except in a duel, that is. Then, no news from the bear for ages. We thought him dead. Seems not. That makes 5 in the valuable category. And I should create a special category for that guy. Anyway, last one. Suzuki. That bag of bones is the reason why this whole marine business is not over yet. I looked, and we do have a file about him. Martial artist in his youth. Learned it at a school of Mistrock. Was pretty good. Seems laughingly bad and out of touch with reality now, though. In one word, he's mad. I put him in the valuable category so that I would have 6 names. I don't want you guys to lose sight of our goal. I'm asking you now. Are you sure we can win? There's still time to intervene with them. I could send Nate and he could get us rid of the likes of Jezebel. If Dragon or the Sage catch wind of that, you're fired, Borgen. You're gonna be beyond fired. Dragon was pretty mad at you last time. Yes, and he hasn't learned his lesson, apparently. I have no lesson to learn. Is that clear? Lord Dragon caught me once. Just a matter of bad luck. I'm totally protected from anything that happens out of our town. You don't have to do anything. Even if your 6 were managed to defeat a few of us, we would still get a perfect 13 out of the others. The balance would remain incredibly positive. Fair enough. I'm going to assume all is in control then. You're becoming mad yourself. You think we can lose. It'll be my honor to show you what I could do to this bear. I thought only humans were allowed anyway. All is in control, and we're gonna win easily. Period. Lord Borgen, your trust is faltering, and that is an insult to us. I'm going to pray to Kalu that you will get back to normal very soon. Yeah, right, of course. You 3, make sure everyone else is ready. I'd like everyone to visit the dojo a few times before the showdown. Gustav, I want you in Mistrock at all times. Also, manage the others. Make sure no one leaves. A perfect 13 from you would be nice, but it would be much better if we allow them 0 wins. I swear it. I swear the bear will see who is his master. Do you want me train? I'll train each day until the showdown, and I'll destroy any and all from the countryside. We will destroy them, yes, in 6 days. Don't upset me, any of you. The punishment shall match the scope of the outrage. And that ugly, vicious brat will suffer more mental anguish and physical pain than anyone ever throughout the whole history of mankind! And with that, Millennium 4 Beyond Sunset comes to a close. 13 out of 26 quests completed, 11 out of 27 secret rooms, 6 out of 8 Animal Kings killed. This was a very exciting chapter. It feels shorter than the other chapters. I probably missed some big side areas. There's Wolfgang. But the story of this one was top-notch, though. I liked the whole race against time, the characters we got. You got to see Marine's just unwillingness to give up, no matter what. Even going as far as to trying to burn the bear's house down. It spoke a lot for her character, that she was willing to do that. She wasn't willing to give up. Bogdan was awesome to have around. I really enjoyed his character. Pew Pew came through at the end. I really enjoyed this chapter. And we'll be exporting it to Chapter 5. And it's going to be hard to do... Millennium Attic. It's going to be hard to do any side questy stuff because we're locked out from a long period of time. We go through the sewers and then that ends it. And that's sadly going to be tough to go back and find stuff. So pretty much what we got is what we have. I don't think I'll be able to do any side questy stuff for this one, because I'd have to go way far back before the sewers, before all of that. You know, probably a good 2 hours of game time just to try to find some additional things. So what we see, or what we had, is what we're going to have as we head into Chapter 5. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this chapter. This one was really top-notch to me. 3, you know, was kind of hit or miss to me. This one really made up for it. Again, I liked the whole time. I liked Marine's character in this one. Just the wide gamut of emotions. It felt real. You know, she's put all of this pressure on herself to have this happen, to have all these people believe in her. And she doesn't want to let all of them down. I sync with Marine extremely well. And what I mean by that is we have a lot of the same emotions and thoughts of things. Just the wavelengths are really close between me and Marine. She didn't want to let her companions down. These people that put their belief in her, and I'm the same way with all of you, the viewers and subscribers, that you all put your belief in me, and I don't want to let you all down. There's just she will not give up on her dream. I'm not going to give up on mine to make this channel a huge channel. It's something extremely great. You know, our motivations are obviously very different between, you know, what she's doing and what I'm doing, but the emotions are the same, and that's why I really click with Marine. And this journey is kind of a parallel to what I feel. So it's very the story has been very satisfying for me. So we'll see how it all ends in Chapter 5. I can't say enough good things about this chapter. It was very emotional. I didn't add a lot of my own commentary throughout it. I kind of did here at the very end, but as stuff was going on, I just let it play out for the most part, and didn't add in my 2 cents. But just overall, the whole story was very compelling to me in this chapter. Between the whole competition with the bear and Marine just saying, you know, one more chance, just give me one more chance. You know, I'll show you that I'm not going to give up. I really loved that. I hate how the bear was putting her down, but I love how Marine fought through it anyway. Believing in Bogdan that he will show up, and he did. He came through for us. He's just a really cool character. I like him a lot. Threw in some jokes every once in a while that I did find really funny. Just the whole thing, the whole journey was really good this chapter. And that scene there with Lord Dragon at the end just cuts the table in half. One slice, just, you know, with his hands, just sheer cut that table in half. Borgin, don't mess up. I tried to give Dragon the tone that I would have during a conversation like that, and I hope it came through really well. Let me know what you thought of the voice acting all the way through. This one was by far the most challenging for me, VA-wise, because I had to switch to a lot of different characters. There were a lot of different characters talking, so I had to try to make them all sound different. And Marine was just way more emotional in this chapter. She was at the end of chapter 2 as well, but here just her emotions are just all over the place. And who could blame her? And so I tried to capture that as best I could. Especially when I just get one take at this. It's not like I'm a voice actor and I can be in the booth and I can do the lines over if I mess up or would like to do them better. I just get one shot at this because it's live. So, far from perfect, I know, but I hope you realize that and do give me a little bit of credit. I hope so. If not, that's okay too. Just let me know how you feel in the comments. I think I did pretty well overall. I like to think I did. And I just tried to get as much of Marine's emotions into it as I could. And I think that's what really speaks out with this chapter, are Marine's emotions. They just, she's just all over the place because time is running out, and there's just, you know, hope, and then dismissal, and then panic. There's just so many emotions going through Marine. It's just, it's a really good portrayal of her character, just everything she's feeling in this time crunch. Ben got quite a bit of play too, I would say, especially toward the end here with the whole map thing. And I liked that. I liked that a lot, to show that, hey, you know, he has been kind of the rock of the group. At the beginning of this journey, he was pessimistic. To me, he was just super pessimistic. And then as we've gone through, it wasn't so much pessimism, it was just trying to be a realist about everything. And even here at the end, he was like, okay, and it finally came into play for the group. You know, this is what we have to do. Here's the map. You know, he's kind of the brains. Yeah, he's the rock, you could say. And whereas Marine is the passion and the soul and the will. He's more of the, you know, stabilizing force. And that was really nice to see. We got just a little bit from each character. Jack and James kind of just tried to add some comic relief for the most part. I don't know, I guess it was okay. And Salam, you know, is just kind of the foil to them. They kind of got all their stuff in the third chapter. So, you know, this one was really focused on the three people you see here, and Ben, and Abu as well, because Abu is always with you as well. I think they're underestimating the party, and they're going to regret it. Especially
Meryl there. I am really curious how this whole matchup is going to set up, what I'll be able to do in Millennium 5 before the showdown. There's, you know, some time to train. Do I get some time to train? Do I get to go out, try to gather some last-minute items? It'll be very interesting to see how all of that plays out. I hope you're with me on this journey. Again, let me know what you think of this chapter in the comments below. Because I record these in bulk, I just have so many things I could talk about. But I think I know there's a ton of stuff I'm forgetting just over the course of this chapter, but it has been a wild ride to me. It's been an emotional ride for me as well, because I ride the emotions of the characters, especially when I'm voice acting the characters. So I'm kind of drained too, as I'm sure our party is. But I really enjoyed this chapter overall. I think the story was extremely well written, and again, I liked the whole time constraint. We really felt it this time. It kept giving us the time, you know, what day it was, what time it was. You know, we hadn't got that in the other chapters because it hasn't been as relevant. We know we've been up against a time crunch, but here it was, you know, this is where the time is going. And I really enjoyed seeing, one last thing, I really enjoyed seeing Lord Dragon there at the end. One, we got just a brief display of his power. He cut that table in sheer half. Well, yeah, he probably broke it, but even so, half. So that just gives you a very small, tiny, minuscule showing of his power, but we know he's powerful. And just of his feelings as well. The man is obviously honorable, but he does nothing to help the outside. Does he just not know? Because Borgin kind of kicks the peasants down? As do all the other lords that we've seen. They just seem to, you know, dismiss the peasants, the countryside people. So does Lord Dragon just not know? That's possible? Maybe he just doesn't care. He just cares all about Mistrock. But he does seem to be honorable to some degree. There's a lot going on. And we will finish up the Millennium Saga with Millennium 5. Until then, because there's no grinding, it'll probably be sooner than later that Millennium 5 will come out. You're watching these in the future, of course that doesn't matter, you can just keep on watching. But for those of you watching as they come out, they will, they'll probably start sooner than later. Until then, if you enjoyed Millennium 4, please consider subscribing to the channel. That way you can see when Millennium 5 pops up, or when any of my other videos are ready to go. And you can follow along with the different series that I have going on. And if you do feel so inclined, you can donate to the channel. You can leave a tip, either via Patreon or PayPal. Links are below. And also like the videos. You know, click the thumbs up. That'll give my videos a better chance of being seen and help the channel grow. I would greatly appreciate it if you'd do some, or at least click the thumbs up for me. I'd be very appreciative of that. And do that for the videos you watch of mine that you like. Until Millennium 5, I'm Cendril 9. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.